Today, we're going to be running through a couple new MCP connections for Zoho that you can use right now in your choice of AI platform. So we're going to be looking at Zoho Calendar, Zoho Analytics, and Zoho Sign. I'm going to walk you through some of the ways that we do use them, and occasionally some of the ways that we recommend you don't use those connections. So with that, let us jump right on in. First off, Calendar MCP. Of course, as a quick primer, an MCP, Model Context Protocol server, essentially sits between your choice of AI tools, so things like Claude, ChatGPT, and your business software applications, and essentially just teaches your AI tool how to use the API to interact with that platform. So Zoho Calendar now has an MCP. It has all the connections you would expect, right? Being able to find, read, create different calendar events. One of the things that we do a lot with MCP internally at Zenatta is actually tie it into our calendar so that a salesperson or a consultant can essentially go into Claude in the morning and ask, hey, prep me for my meetings today. And then as a multi-step process, the Claude platform, we use Claude internally, can check those calendar events, check the CRM and our creator application where we do some of the work management for clients and give them kind of a high-level summary. Hey, you're meeting with John at company A. These tasks were completed last week for them. They're getting a little bit low on their budget. Make sure to discuss that with them. So essentially, the types of things that you're going to be able to do are get any of your calendar events, check whether people are busy or not, manage your permissions through MCP. That's where I'd put the asterisks and say, I probably wouldn't do that. I'd probably set up the permissions myself. Find people's available times. I really like doing that. I actually just did that recently. We had a new weekly meeting we wanted to set up for kind of a small group. I just asked Claude, what's the best time of the week for this, right? Given that I want to invite person A, B, C, and D, it goes and checks those things, make sure that they're available there. So really, really useful. One nice thing here too is that inside of MCP, you do have the ability to check the logs. So anytime that it's interacting or checking with your calendar, you can easily see that. Couple of the use cases that they highlight here, essentially the ability to grab new meetings, check other people's meetings, check your boss's meetings or your employees, their calendar availability. Really nice for remote teams. At Zenatta, we're fully remote, so very helpful for us individually. So again, as that quick little summary reminder, essentially you will set these up as tools. The tools inside of MCP are what determine what exactly it can do and what it's going to have permission to use in that application. So I would recommend playing around with this one, even if you set it up first as just read only, just to be extra safe. It can't really hurt you too bad. Next one up is Zoho Analytics. We use this one really, really heavily. But before I jump into it, I do want to ask, if you're finding the video useful so far, please be sure to like and subscribe down below. If this sparks any questions or if you have any feedback or video requests, leave those down in the comment section and head over to zenatta.com and click on book a meeting if you'd like to talk about how we can help you with your Zoho implementation. So Analytics, this one is a little trickier to use. I'll just be candid, but it's insanely powerful. So one of the things with setting up an MCP is that when you're piping it into all of your business applications, the effectiveness of that connection is going to be different depending on how much customization you've done inside of those applications. So if you hook your MCP server into Zoho CRM, let's say, and let's imagine that you use it in a pretty standard way. Leads come in, you convert leads to deals, you work them through one layout, through a set of stages, and then you win or lose the deal, right? Honestly, just pipe it right into CRM. You're not really going to have a need to interact with analytics in that case. But let's imagine that you're Zenatta. And the Zenatta CRM is super customized. We have a ton of custom fields. We have all these different automations running. We have it integrated to a bunch of different applications. But then in addition, we have an entire creator application where we manage all of our actual operations, all of our deliverables, our tasks, our hour logs, etc. Well, MCP, if I just plug it into Creator out of the box, it's not going to know where to answer certain questions. If I ask it about work, well, should it get from hour log? Should it get from tasks? Should it get from deliverables? Should it do some combination of those three? And so essentially, I have to go in there and teach it, right? So I export all the metadata, I build a mapping document, and I teach it all of the intricacies of this particular system. The challenge that we were running into, because we set it up that way, was tying it into CRM and Creator There's just a lot of data, a lot of interactions between those two systems that aren't super obvious. And it basically just runs into issues with connecting and getting the right data out of the platform. So, what we essentially ended up doing is I created a unique workspace inside of Zoho Analytics, so separate from our primary workspace. I went into the primary workspace and set up some really clean SQL tables, right, with very obvious column names and a lot of data already kind of pre-processed and cleaned up. And then I pulled those data sets into my MCP workspace. Then, just recently, Zoho added the ability to export views. Now, this is like your synchronous export, meaning there's two ways to export from analytics. One where you create a job and get a job. Zoho or the MCP struggles with that one. Export view is essentially pulling it out synchronously, meaning I go in, I get a view of data, and then I hand it over to Claude to process that data. So we moved a lot of our viewing MCP connections over to this export view. Let me know in the comments if you want to see this in practice. It's a little nitty gritty, but I can show you what we did there because it is super, super useful and it cleans up your GET requests really nicely. One of the big benefits with analytics as well is just that ability to get a lot of data, right? So when you go in and have Claude do a GET request of CRM, it's going to get 200 records. When I have it do an export view from analytics, it can get thousands of records all at one time. Now, be a little bit careful here with your Claude credits. It's going to use a lot because you're getting a lot of data at once. But if you do want to and you budget for getting that amount of data regularly because it's useful for you, analytics is absolutely the way to go. So again, let me know down below if you want to see that build out in practice because it is really cool. It's just a little bit technical. Now, last but not least is Zoho Sign now has an MCP server. This is one that, again, you are going to want to be pretty careful with. You don't want it sending things out erroneously. So basically what you can do is send agreements, check the status of agreements, send reminders about agreements, all just using MCP by chatting with your choice of AI tool. It's set up the same way as all the others. And here are the list of tools or actions that you can use to set up your MCP server. So things like creating a document, sending for signature, getting the details, that's like checking from your update, recalling a document, sending reminders, and most importantly, sending from templates. Now, what I would recommend is if you set up Zoho Sign with this MCP server, I would say this one here, create document, don't turn that on, right? Because that basically would mean that a user could have Claude upload a Word document or a PDF and send it for signature, right? For me, I wouldn't be comfortable with that. I always want a sign process to run through some type of template, whether that's a mail merge from CRM or it's just a template that's stored natively inside of Zoho Sign. So for me personally, I'm probably not using create document very much. I probably am using send template quite a lot. Right? You have a new vendor that you onboard. You want to have Claude send them the W-9 using a template. Awesome, right? You want to have it send some onboarding documentation to a new hire. Awesome, because these are all templates. It's not going to have to go through like a legal review for me to send a template document to a user. What you don't really want is your team having Claude write a document and then create it in Sign and send it for signature, right? Because at the end of the day, that type of thing very likely needs to go through some kind of legal review process. Now, if it's your legal team using this MCP server, maybe it's fine for them to create a document. But I do just want to put the asterisk there to be extra careful. And maybe for V1, start with doing this using templates just to be extra safe. Other than that, super useful to be able to check status, even say something like, hey, what are 10 documents that I should follow up on today based on their, reminder activity, right? So some of those kind of thinking tasks related to your signable documents, you can now just handle via Claude. So with that, again, just to summarize again, Zoho Calendar now has MCP. I would recommend playing with this for like your daily summaries, your prep me for this meeting type of workflows. Then you have analytics with that synchronous export. Will be a bit trickier to set up, but once you do, you are truly in data nirvana. You can just query across your entire organization and have it do large bulk GET requests. and synthesize that data for you. And then again, like we mentioned here with Zoho Sign, interacting with your documents, sending via templates, sending reminders, all now things that you can just do in plain text via your choice of AI platform. So I do recommend jumping in and testing these out. We have some videos on how to set up an MCP server that I would recommend that you check out if you're new to this topic. We also have one just describing what is an MCP server at a high level. I would consider that kind of required viewing just so you know what you're getting into as you're setting up this type of tool inside of your Zoho account. So with that, I think we're ready to wrap up here for today. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope the video was useful for you. If it was, be sure to like and subscribe down below, as that's a totally free way to help us out. While you're down there, leave me a comment with any questions, feedback, or additional video requests, and head on over to zenatta.com and click on book a meeting if you'd like to talk about how we can help you with your Zoho implementation. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time.